Alright, what's up guys? In today's video, we're going to be comparing the Bullfrog and the Mac-10 head-to-head. We're going to compare their time to kill, recoil, hip fire, range, accuracy, all the things that are going to compare them and break them down best. As far as the class setups for each of the gun, obviously we have the Gru Suppressor, Tiger Team, and Task Force with the Raider stock, which is obviously the best class setup. The difference with the Bullfrog, it comes default with a 50 round mag, so we're using the Bruiser Grip, which improves our hip fire and our movement speed. And then with the Mac-10, obviously the same exact class setup, Tiger, Raider, Task Force, Agency, but we run the 53 round mag with no grip. So we're going to break down all of these numbers for you guys to determine which is the best SMG. So if you guys do enjoy, you guys are new to the channel, you guys have not subscribed yet, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button down below. So what I do want to cover first is the actual time to kill and the ranges. On the screen you guys can see the chart. In both ranges there is a 50 millisecond difference in the base range, and then in the second range there is only a 25 millisecond difference in time to kill. So 3 frames and 1 frame, which is not that big of a difference as far as TTK wise. When you take a look at the range and include that in, the Mac-10 does have about 2 meters more of range, which helps because it does kill faster in its base time to kill. But the one important factor for me, which I think determines the biggest difference between these weapons, obviously with the Mac-10 when it was the most popular way back in the day, the headshot multiplier was incredible. They basically nerfed that into the ground. The one factor that makes this gun excellent though, in the long range it only requires 1 headshot to lower that time to kill. So the Bullfrog might kill fast in the long range, but if you get 1 headshot, you can now have a faster time to kill than the Bullfrog. But with the Bullfrog, it does require 1 headshot in the close range or 3 headshots, while the Mac-10 requires 5. So with 1 headshot, you will now kill, once again, 25 milliseconds faster in the close range. And then with 3 headshots, if you have the ability to hit that, you get 100 millisecond faster time to kill. So TTK wise, these guns pretty much compete directly head to head. If you're trading off those headshots, including in the one factor which I think matters most, I do think that 2 meters of range is definitely a big improvement. It's about 12% more for the Mac-10, with it also having a faster time to kill. So with more range, a faster time to kill in the base range up to the 18 meter marker. So I think the Mac-10 is a little better. But if you're looking for a medium range weapon, the Bullfrog does kill faster and also has better bullet velocity, and in my opinion has a more stable recoil. So it's going to be a bit easier to hit your shots beyond that 15 meter mark with the Bullfrog, while killing faster and having better bullet velocity, so your overall accuracy is going to be better. So when we go through and take a look at their actual mobility stats, which we're going to take a look at next, along with their recoil, you guys will see the difference in why I do think the Mac-10 is better. Alright, so what you guys will see on the screen, I'm going to showcase the difference between the hip fires and the overall recoil. Since both these guns are SMGs, I thought I would include the hip fire in because the Bruiser Grip is included in that Bullfrog class setup, which you guys can see has an excellent hip fire. As the Bruiser only claims it improves it by 10%, but I guess somehow when you're stacking the Raider, which makes it worse, with that Bruiser, it kind of counters out because the Bullfrog has godly hipfire compared to the Mac-10. Then when you compare the recoil pattern, the reason I do personally prefer the Field Agent, you guys can see that recoil is pretty side to side on the Mac-10, but as far as vertically, they actually kicked the exact same amount, which was surprising to me. So as far as hipfire, obviously the Bullfrog crushes it, which is going to help you in that close range. And then as far as overall recoil, it does have a little bit of a pull to the right because of the idle sway, but pulls purely vertical and extremely stable. So as far as your overall accuracy, I do think the Bullfrog is better. And then the one negative of the Bullfrog is that idle sway. It does have a lot of idle sway for a highly accurate weapon, which you guys can watch the video clip while I'm talking. They both do have a bit of pretty bad idle sway because you're adding the Tiger Team on there, and I believe the Agency also reduces it, but I do think the Bullfrog is pretty terrible for the idle sway, which in my opinion doesn't have as big effect on SMG, but I wanted to include it because it will affect your gunfights a little bit, and it does affect your initial recoil on the Bullfrog. So Like I said, though, as far as overall recoil, the Bullfrog absolutely crushes the Mac-10 in my opinion. When you include the overall fire rate, though, obviously the Mac-10 might be the most accurate, but your next bullet is always shooting so fast that if you miss a couple of shots, it will make up for it. So the last and final thing to take a look at here is the overall ability stats. We do have our movement speed here, which these guns are both identical. Obviously, the Bullfrog does get improved with the Tiger Team and the Bruiser, which helps. Overall ADS speed, the Bullfrog is 1 frame faster, which you might notice. And then as far as your ADS movement, this is while you're aimed down sight and strafing left to right. The Mac-10 has an 8% faster, which is going to help you be a little bit more agile, a little bit more mobile in those gunfights. Reload speed about half a second faster. The Mac-10, I believe, is the fastest reloading SMG, while the Bullfrog is one of the slowest. So as far as the velocity, like I said, the Bullfrog is slightly better. Obviously, fire rate, which is going to help your forgiveness. The Mac-10 is the best of the best. The big, huge discrepancy, which I just found out, which I did 100% want to include in this video, was the sprint to fire time. The Bullfrog, I believe, was buffed significantly in this category. Then the Raider stock significantly improves this. For every single gun, the sprint to fire time is improved differently on SMGs with that Raider stock. Obviously, with the Mac-10, doesn't give much improvement at all. Which you guys can see, it is less than 50% of this one, and then this one's about 50%. So a massive improvement in sprint to fire. So your ability to run around and ADS faster with the Bullfrog is significantly better. So when you basically go through and break down all the numbers and then clarify which gun is better where, the Bullfrog has a faster sprint to fire, a faster ADS, better bullet velocity, better headshot effectiveness, as it requires less headshots, slower time to kill, and then you also have a faster time to kill beyond the 20-meter mark. So with the Mac-10, obviously has faster strafe speed, faster reload, faster fire rate, and then it kills faster up close, which in my opinion, when you take a look at just that last factor, the Bullfrog is better as far as your recoil pattern, so it's going to be better as a mid-range SMG. If you're putting the Mac-10, I would put it better than both those MP5s currently after the nerf. So the Mac-10 will be a better close to mid-range SMG. So if you're looking for something better in the long range, I do think the Bullfrog is definitely that. They have changed a lot about these weapons, and I think the Bullfrog has taken a massive improvement, which I was the biggest hater of the Bullfrog. If you watch any of my previous videos, the Bullfrog was a top 7 or 8 SMG because of that third TTK, and the range was atrocious, which they got rid of both of those. So now the Bullfrog's incredible in the mid-range. In my opinion, the reason it has taken a rise into the 4th most popular gun is because of these numbers. It's good at range, it has really good mobility, and it's highly accurate, which is what people really want to use. So I personally am the biggest fan of the Mac-10, but the Bullfrog has definitely taken a rise into the top rank as probably the 2nd or 3rd best SMG, which, like I said previously, I had it at 7 or 8. So if you guys did enjoy the video, please leave a like, leave a comment down below which one of these guns is your personal favorite. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys do the subscribe button down below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you.